And the question I wanted to ask you, it just so happened this episode had the first match and the last match like this, but specifically every single Moxley match lately, and there's been other guys too. Jericho now, he couldn't have predicted he was going to break his nose.
But or bust his head open in this one.
Are we seeing too much blood? Is there way too much blood on this show?
Yes. And here's something else. A lot of people are going, oh, Cornette, you pick and choose. Why, Starrcade 86 or the Great American Bash such and such, well, everybody bled. It was horrible. Well, I agree with you. It was too much. Dusty was a little too much with Juice. And that was even 35 years ago when it was a different animal. But those shows were the biggest show of the year, with most of the angles blowing off and culminating, and stipulation matches that you didn't see on a regular basis because they were the big shows. But if you, and a lot of people will go back, well, look at the house shows. I'm watching this house show on YouTube and this guy's bleeding and that guy's, well, yeah, because the only people that saw the house show in Oklahoma City were the people in Oklahoma City that were there and bought a ticket that night. On television, with the biggest audience, the mass audience, you didn't have blood on TV unless it was going to mean something, unless it was integral to an angle or starting a program. And then depending on how fucking anal the local athletic commission was, or if the television station had specifically said, well, we don't want any of that stuff or whatever, you did what you could do. And a lot of places, blood was accepted on television wrestling because it wasn't a constant thing. You didn't see it all the time for the same reason that it meant more when you saw it sparingly, because then it registered and it was a shocking occurrence and it added to the angle to draw money. You didn't want to test your goddamn television station every week. What's the chance that in some fucking old blue-haired woman in Roanoke sees blood 2 weeks in a row and think, well, they're going to ruin my children's fucking psyche, and calls and complains or whatever. It's just meaningless. They're doing this on television every week, and the biggest audience sees blood constantly. So if you go to do it on a pay-per-view or at a big show, it's no departure. It's no different. It's no more violent. It's not like, oh, shit, I'm glad we paid for this pay-per-view because we couldn't see this on TV. It's too much. No. The TV is as goddamn gruesome and gory and fucking zany as any other show you could put on that you would charge money for people to see. So and not even getting into, as we've mentioned many times, the advertisers. And if Tony was smart, he could position himself to where at least this company is one that the TV stations could go to in a couple of years to tell the WWE, well, if you don't play ball with us and give us a deal, we'll put these other yahoos on. At least they're a negotiating tool. He could get closer. Something strange may happen. He could end up with a network slot. But not if the network says, well, we would try to make these other guys bid against the WWE, but goddamn, we can't fucking show that circus sideshow geek porn on our network. So I don't understand. It's smart mark booking. They're all smart marks. The boys are smart marks and the owner's a smart mark. And what are they going to be doing in 2 years from now this time? Summer of 2024. Loser must be disemboweled on live television and the entrails made into birthday party decorations for their opponent's children. What the fuck? That's what I think about it.
Well, that was dynamite. I'm looking forward to next week. At least we know we have CM Punk on the show. We'll see if FTR is there. I hate the fact that they build up anything for Friday because no one's going to watch. Danielson's going to speak. Punk will speak. We've learned our lesson. Remember early on, Punk will speak, and it was like a 10-second thing in a 1-minute video that he said. So no one's going to watch that show.
Well, enough if he doesn't get interrupted. See, Anyway, we can hope, but this was, but still, again, AEW won the week from NXT just by having an actual recognized wrestling star on the program, even though it was the shits too.